What's up, YouTube? This is True Raw for TV. So I was watching ESPN First Take today, and I was watching the two different segments they were talking about as far as the MVP being between the MVP race lead being between Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, right? And the first segment was between Stephen A. Smith and Jay Williams, and the second one was Stephen A. Smith and what's the guy's name? Ragu or something? Whatever, the dude with the beard, right? And they both were saying like they think it's close between Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Um, this is my thing about that. 2 weeks ago, Steph Curry was in a landslide lead in the MVP. Okay, the last 2 weeks he slipped a bit. He's been having nobody's really getting on him about it. I didn't say anything about it, but the last couple weeks, Steph Curry has been kind of trash. Okay, honestly, he has been playing very good basketball. The Warriors are okay. They've lost a couple games they should have won, and they almost lost a game that they won against Cleveland. Okay, and even last night, Curry wasn't magnificent. So he slipped a bit. Now you got to give KD props because he's about to have to do a lot of heavy lifting. Okay, he's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting for the Brooklyn Nets right now, with a lot of their players out due to the health and safety protocols. Now, the Brooklyn Nets haven't done much this year. I mean, yeah, they lead the Eastern Conference. To me, the Eastern Conference is more competitive than the Western Conference this year. Um, However, when you look at the expectations for the Brooklyn Nets, um, you know, they lost a lot of games that they should have won against the better teams in the NBA. But my thing is, once again, man, you see just the utter disrespect that the mainstream media have toward the NBA finalists from last year. I always get on the media about not giving the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis their just due, right? Now, I'm going to have to take Giannis out the equation right now because he's going to be gone for 2 weeks because he's fallen victim to this wave that's going on right now, all right? This NBA pandemic. Um, But the thing about it is, why doesn't anybody mention Chris Paul? I don't get it. I don't understand why they don't mention Chris Paul. I don't want to hear nothing about his numbers, man, because when Steve Nash won MVP one year, I remember he averaged something like 15 points and 10 assists. And that doesn't jump out at you compared to what some of the other guys were doing at that time, okay? You had Kobe Bryant averaging 35 a game one year. You had LeBron, you know, probably averaging around 27, 7 and 7. You had Dirk with the Dallas Mavericks averaging 26 and 9. I don't remember whether or not Chris Webber had just fallen off from the injury, but in his prime, he was averaging between 24 and 27, 10, 11 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists per game. You had Shaq giving you about 25 and 10. You had Dwayne Wade, doing his thing, averaging 25, 26 points a game. You had who else was? You had Jermaine O'Neal, who people forgot about. If it wasn't for injuries, he'd have been one of the great power forwards. Jermaine O'Neal giving you, 24, 10 rebounds, about 2 blocks a game. You know, you had a lot of good players at that time whose stats, numbers, dwarfed Steve Nash's, but he got the MVP award because he was this great leader. It was this exciting team, high octane offense, all that yada yada yada. Never went to an NBA Finals. Never won a championship. Chris Paul, at least for the first time last year, went to an NBA Finals. Chris Paul, who was magnificent against Portland last night, is averaging close to 15 points a game, I believe, and over 10 assists a game. As a matter of fact, let me get to this point. Now, in the bubble, when LeBron James was playing point guard, right? You had people in the media, Skip, old GOAT James, Skip, year 17, Skip, leading the NBA in assists, Skip. He's going to be the oldest, and I mean, the oldest man to lead the NBA in assists, Skip. GOAT James, Skip. Hi, I'm Nick Wright, and my wife rides my face like a penis. And if you look at the numbers, I mean, LeBron is he's doing something, I mean, he's unbelievable. In year 17, he's going to lead the NBA in assists. I mean, John Stockton wasn't doing that. You know, this guy that everybody loves. Bob Cousy wasn't doing that. LeBron's going to lead the NBA in assists in year 17. LeBron is in year 17, and LeBron is leading the NBA in assists. I mean, that's good enough for MVP, in my opinion. I mean, when you look at all the things, you look at everything. When you look at, when you look at all this, LeBron, he's just leading the NBA in assists. Leading the NBA in assists. Leading the NBA in assists. 17 years. Carry on. Let me tell you something. LeBron Ramon James. Man, I add this, Molly. LeBron Ramon James is in year 17. And he's just playing unbelievable, blasphemous, supercilious, superdilious basketball. Okay? This brother's averaging a double. Okay? He's giving you 26 points. He's giving you 10 assists a game. Wow, in year 17, you need to get out of my damn face. Right? Chris Paul is 36. In May, he turns 37, so he's older than LeBron James. And he's on pace to become the oldest man in the history of the NBA to lead the NBA in assists. And you ain't heard a fucking purple peep about that shit, have you? Motherfucking number hype man. He's on the verge of becoming the oldest person in the history of the NBA to lead the NBA in assists, surpassing LeBron James. But you haven't heard a peep about that shit. They have the second best record in the NBA in 2025. They had an 18-game winning streak. Okay, they're not a team that is loaded from gill to gill with superstars. They beat the Warriors. They've beaten all of the best teams in the NBA. And Chris Paul gets no love. Now, I understand a lot of people don't like Chris Paul. It's not about who you like. It's about acknowledging and respecting what they're doing. But Chris Paul gets no love as usual when it comes to the MVP award because everybody's so enthralled with threes. Everybody wants to see someone gun from 30. Everybody want to see a gunner just shoot, run the court and just shoot from 40 feet. Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody want to see Kevin Durant just break down defense and slam dunk and, shoot from three and all this and all 50 points. But watching someone actually orchestrate an offense, the intricacy of the intricacies. Hey, what's going on with me, man? I'm supposed to be a wordsmith and I'm fucking up. The intricate. I can't say this word for some reason. The intricacies. There it goes, Michael. Sound like a babbling idiot just then. But watch the intricacies of basketball. And to see someone like Chris Paul run an offense, it's beautiful. To see actual classic point guard play. So that's something that's not valued anymore. An actual, real, prototypical, old school, traditional point guard. No, everybody want to see a combo guard who gets his little, pads his numbers and shit. Get a little 8, 7, 8 assists. But they want to see this dude put on a show. They want to see the motherfucker shoot 25 shots. They want to see the Trae Youngs. They want to see the Luka Doncics. They want to see the Russell Westbrooks. Well, before at least, not now. They want to see a guy pad his numbers. But an actual real point guard, unless it's LeBron James, nope, they don't want to see that shit. Or at least they don't want to respect it. But yeah, in my opinion, Chris Paul should be in this MVP conversation, and they're not putting him in there. So fuck them. To me, Chris Paul should be in this conversation. All right. Yeah, he's not shooting the basketball like that, but he's a point guard. Chris Paul's never averaged 25 a game. I think the most he's ever averaged is like 22 or something. He's not a scorer like that. And even then, he had to shoot more because the team was kind of poor. But when he gets it going, I mean, his mid range is unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Plus, this guy, to me, he's not a great defender, but he's one of the most dangerous passing lane thieves ever, if not the most. He's led the NBA in steals a record 6 times. How about we give him a little bit of a fucking love when it comes to the MVP award? But that's all I got to say about it. Tell me what you guys think.